Champions, welcome. The squares have aligned and bingo is nigh. It's time for Elden Squares Season 3. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, we have the team from down under that's looking to give you Bofa D's. An experienced bingo team with a variety of backgrounds. Their primary DLC player is Deutz, someone who has worked his way up from the fires of the Crucible to find himself in the Golden Order and looking to guide his team to a playoff berth in his first Golden Order season. The key will be the start, because once he gets settled into the DLC, he is just as dangerous as anybody. It is none other than the main man, the base serpent, Deutz, and his teammate, one of the most experienced bingo players in the world. This man is one of few players to play in every Elden Squares season, as well as the initial Elden Squares tournament. A true day one who has been battle tested in every sense of the word. He looks to continue his star-studded career and guide his team to a playoff berth. It is none other than Dino and their opponents, a team of bingo rookies, but don't call them rookies because they are some of the best and most talented players in this entire league. Two elite world-class speedrunners and randomizer deathless players. Their primary DLC player is Typin. He has the ability to pull off some of the craziest kills that you've ever seen. If you let him get that first square on you, he will run downhill and destroy you. It is none other than Typin and his teammate. Someone who has had one of the greatest displays of base game we've ever seen. Best poker looks like Harry Potter's wand in his hand. He dominates everything that he is a part of. He's currently leading Randocalypse, a fantastic player in DRL, an elite speedrunner. It is none other than Iron. Now let's get ready to run that board and square off. All right, you ready to go here, Jay?
I'm ready. Well done, man. I'm hyped. Let's do this.
Let's go ahead and do this thing. And here we go. Jay, center square.
Right card.
Melania, until it appears. If it doesn't appear at some point this season, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I'm going right card for this one. Normally I pick finger.
Ritual Pots is the center square. You know, okay. Crash would love this board. Early on, let's just take a look and see the balance between the base game and the DLC. We had a good amount of DLC here. One on the top row, two here, Midra and Blade of Mercy Dagger Talisman. Then Egon's Cookbooks and Metter being one of the longest squares in the entire set. DLC bosses, Romina, Deathrite Bird and Karos, Queeline and Bellarat, and Gaius's Pants. Dino's stream just went down there. Jay, can you go check on them? We might have to reset.
Sure.
Is that a me thing or is it down?
No, it's... I'll let you refresh really quick and then I'll go down there.
Yeah, he's down. Yep. All right, we're gonna... Okay, false start. We're gonna have to reset. I'll go tell Iron and type in. Hey guys, Dino's stream went down immediately, so we're gonna have to go ahead and restart. I will send a new seed and run a new board and match info. Okay. So you have another chance at poker. Don't worry. All right. Same lobby. I will send the new seed in the match info, and then I will message in the board when we go ahead and like when we're about to restart, because I'm not going to do player intros. So I'll just send a message.
Sure.
All right, there is your new seed, and yep. Sorry about that one, guys. Sorry about that one. Little false start there. Dino's stream literally went down just immediately, so Jay is gonna get that worked out with them, and then we'll get re-going. I've sent the players a new seed, and we will just go ahead and get reset here. I cut off the last 2 seconds? There were 2 more seconds? All right, fine.
Both of these. Fuck.
There you go. There you go. Back to South Rye. Yeah. I thought it was over. My bad. My bad. Let me go just grab. Oh. Yo.
I think we're okay now. I'm gonna turn on my cam really quick.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Little false start. 5-yard penalty. Still first down. Players have a new seed. They have another chance at desk poker for the French. So.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hopefully we're good. Is Dino's stream buffering like hell for anyone else? Or is it just me?
Again, it wasn't when I came up here.
Oh, he just went offline again. I'm glad we stopped it.
Yes, he is
It'll
offline
get
again. Yes,
it'll get worked out. It'll get worked out. We'll be good to go. The French name for it is necropokier. 100%. That is totally the French name for it. Just like the French name for precipice is le précipice. I was very disappointed the other day when I was watching Iron and Type and they went in precipice and it didn't say le précipice. It was quite sad.
Looks like he's having a little bit of stream issues here.
He's restarting his PC.
Okay.
I just have to go check
gotcha.
the board.
Okay, I must have missed that portion.
So yeah, we are good. We will be good. We will be good. Wouldn't be bingo without a little bit of hiccups, right?
I agree.
Also, a big congratulations over in Bingo Brawlers. Did you see the bingo line that Tom Bree popped?
No, well, yeah, fill me in while we got it. I haven't seen any of it.
They won game 1 in 28 minutes.
Wait, today?
Yeah, they're playing
What?
game 2. Game 2 just started. Yeah, they won game 1 in 28 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They are. They're not. I mean, I'm not surprised that they're not.
I picked them. Bree is so good.
Because I think Tom, like within the history of Brawlers, has been the best player to probably never win a title, right? It's either him or Chris, right? Both of them are very, very good, very, very strong, right?
Yeah.
And then for Bree, right? She was so crucial to the team with Gino, back in season 3.
Sure.
A little bit of the mechanical advantage to Gino, but like she was the team captain who like called the shots and the tactical rules, right?
Okay.
Dino's stream went down at the very start, so we had to. He's resetting his PC, and then we'll be right back. Yeah, that team was so good, and obviously she made a pretty big error in the finals of season 3. It was a stat dump square, and she forgot to confirm it, and like she didn't.
Right.
She exited the screen and then mismarked, and that was in game 1. And then it just like wasn't the same. right after that, just couldn't shake it off, which is really hard to do, right?
Yeah.
And so both of them I think have been looking for that kind of revenge for a very long time, right? Like getting on the board and getting that finals victory. So not necessarily surprised to see them off to a hot start. Obviously literally getting the fastest bingo win of their format of the season in game 1 is crazy. But we'll see. Still a lot of bingo left to play for them.
Yeah, and also just in case anybody happened to miss the first game, which was Rick Fisters against Jarvis. That's Harvin J-Man versus Dagger and Josh. If you guys want to watch it, it will be on my Twitch channel. I commentated, but big shout out to Dagger and Josh for that win. They just played really well, and since we're on the horse of congratulations, I think they just deserve another one. So
yeah, I'm sorry I missed it because Dagger has been around for not literally as long as anybody, but he's been around. Like Dino and Rambler are the only 2 people to play in all 3 seasons of Elden Squares plus the pregame tournament. But then if you include Dagger, Helios, and I think that's it, right?
Okay.
They're the only people to play in all 3 seasons of Elden Squares, right? So obviously, for Dagger and Josh, right? Job's not done, right? But
sure.
I think the biggest win of Dagger's career, right? Especially in terms of like, the odds and everything. Dagger and Josh were fighting. They're in that dogfight for the playoffs, right? And they go. You don't want to see the top team in the league, right? When you're fighting for playoffs at the end of your season, right?
Yeah.
And to get a win in fairly dominant fashion, that game was always pretty comfortable for them, right? Is amazing. Massive congratulations to them.
Yep, big congrats. So Dino's stream is back up, my friend.
Okay, Dino's stream is back up.
Yep. Make sure they all got the new seed, and hopefully we can get rolling with game 2 of Elden Squares today. The first game in the Golden Order today. And we will have 3 actually Golden Order games today. So,
SFP, the only thing that gives me solace that Jay's not going to take my spot is the fact that he's previously retired from streaming already.
Yep.
So I think I'm good.
You're safe, buddy.
Yeah, I think I'm safe, but I mean, unironically, it is like a big. I am sorry. It's
No. We look after each other, man.
Yeah, I appreciate them for having my back. It's like the players. I am hard on myself, but in different ways. So it's not an excusable mistake. And here we go. All right, game number 2 for real, or game number 1 for real. Dino and Deutz versus Iron and Typin. And here we go.
Here we go. I'm still going with it, Rykard.
NPCs is the center square. This game is a bit more base game heavy, particularly because some of the DLC squares are base game combined squares. In total, we have 9 DLC squares versus 10 or 11 on the last board. So a little bit base game heavy, but especially with 3 different combined squares being Two-Handed Sword and Dragon Crest Great Shield, Chief Blood Fiend and Sanguine Noble, and Logar and Magnus the Beast Claw. That's going to be very interesting, right? Dino there was doing a preload as they got in, so he's going to go ahead and make a new character, no big deal. If anyone was wondering why he was loading in. In terms of the kind of bigger fights on the board, obviously we see Moog, Lord of Blood on there. That is a favorite fight of many and a very big one in this format because it's actually not too slow to get to, and gets you so much money and gets you started off on the right foot. Dragon Lord Placidusax could very well be the end game on this board. In terms of more of the rush squares, we have Blood Tax Ash of War for the base game player, Red Bear and Rao Base for the DLC player, and we've seen before actually Typin has done an amazing job of routing in friendly NPCs while going for his DLC access. But does he decide to do that today? We will see. Not as many big kill squares on this board. Granted, a lot of them are disguise. Some of them are disguised kill squares, like Hallowed Tree Medallion is a Nile square, right?
Yes.
And but overall, I think this one's really interesting to see how it plays out, because there's not really any obvious, Placey's probably the last square on the board. But you have Vike that potentially leads you into it, right? 4 different remembrances. There's a lot of different ways to play this one. What are some of your thoughts?
Yeah, so a couple of my thoughts is I think that 6 NPC friendly merchants is a good square to try to warp in. Rushing it, I'm not really like a super big fan of, but there's a lot of synergy on this board that you could do. 4 Cave Grotto Hideaway could go well with a couple of duo trio bosses. Especially with like Exaltation Talismans on the board, just get a little bit of synergy if you wanted to. I expect a Makar, Blood Tax, Asher War, Moog rush here by probably Iron. We will see. I know that he likes at least killing Makar, and then he might go set up kind of Moog. On my portion, as speaking from the DLC, which, by the way, what do we have for weapons here? Great Stars and Alabaster?
Yeah, pretty loaded weapon seed.
My God.
Yeah.
Awesome. What I think I'm doing in this, and of course, obviously things change when Rambler and I talk, but what I would want to do in this board is I would want to do the DLC rush, getting Gostok and Nefeli, obviously makes myself a little bit later. And then I am going to try to do like a small back section where I can get like the beloved Stardust possibility, Sword of Light of Darkness. I'll stop like at that gate front, the Church District entrance. And then if I can, I'm going to try to steal a couple of squares in no particular order. Imbued Sword Keys, the Bowls, Sword of Light and Darkness, and then I'm gone. And I'm going to try to help and do some of these other squares either in Altus or pre-Altus. Obviously, I know that can change depending on what my opponents mark and if Rambler and I are dying or something happens. But that's my initial plan.
I think that's a great initial plan. Just to answer a question from SFP, the reason why Underground Bosses excludes Mimic is simply because the Radahn's whole area is just too strong. Same reason why Castle Bosses excludes Margit, right? Just a game balance thing to not make certain areas too overpowered, right? But our players are ready. Time for talking is over, and here we go.
And Iron and Dino Who's are immediately going EG teleporter.
Yeah, they very well might both be just straight up rushing Blood Tax.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Iron or Typin and Deutz are also both doing the same thing. Both going and setting up, grabbing the smithing 3s, or the 3 smithing 1s, sorry. And probably going to prep Margit for kind of the standard rush.
Yep, I think the 4 different remembrances on this board is it's the base game player, or it's the DLC if they do a rush and then they
circle back to it, because you could go DLC rush. You could go DLC rush into Placey or something, right?
Yep.
That's actually normally you don't see it, but the DLC is light enough, and especially the fact that so many of them are combined squares, right? That getting your DLC player into Altus,
yes,
and then because they have potentially more juice, right?
Yeah,
especially with weapon upgrades, then going for stuff like Placey or something later is very viable.
Yeah, Iron and Dino here doing almost the exact same thing. I love to see this, guys. I hope you guys get as much excitement as I do. When players are in even a routing race, I freaking love it. DLC might be good here to try to do the 6 friendly NPCs. Maybe try to do Red Barret +9 even, and to try to set you up for the 2-handed. Maybe get your stones and try to get I don't know, maybe Beloved Stardust and say, screw this Sword of Light and Darkness. And then the reason I like that is because when you're doing your other NPCs, if your last one is Kenneth, then you can just run down and grab Sacred Blade, and maybe if you want to do the Ghost Flame Dragons. But I still agree, I think one of two things needs to happen. As we go type in here on the big screen with Margit, and before I stop yapping here and give it back to you, my friend, they either need to do the Altus play or try to soak up some of these pre-Altus squares, if they're still on the board. Things you don't need Altus for.
I will say, early on, I wonder if their opinion has changed, if they kind of changed tactics, but I talk about how the players, if they have their mouse hovering over a square, it can be an indicator of what they are rushing. Early on, Typin did have his mouse hovering over friendly NPCs. However, it is not any longer. I wonder if he's still looking at that. Currently on the board, players will also star squares. Typin has friendly NPCs as well as Red Bear and Rao Base starred. Deutz and Iron do not have any squares starred. However, Dino has Blood Tax and Tunnels starred here. Very nice job by Typin there. Great start to the day.
Deutz here going into the academy. Dino and Iron on this precipice race. I love this. I know it can hurt. It'll like really sting when one player gets a square and one doesn't when you're in a heated race. But in this early game, I love when people are in like this neck and neck race to see where we're at. It's just really exciting. And also I think this is really going to play into what you mentioned in the pregame. Not KC's pregame, but in the initial, which is at 20-25 minutes. And I think this could be really key. Yeah.
I think this could be a big key for the late game here. Like, I think with all due respect to Dino, in anytime there's like a blood tax race or whatever, which is one fight and then otherwise just lines and routing, I'm going to favor Iron over pretty much anybody. Like Iron or Nexus would probably be for the base game players. Iron and Nexus probably closely followed by Sci-Fi after that would be like kind of the three favorites in the league for those types of rushes because they practice them so much. But anything can happen, right? Because it's a one take live run, and in Elden Ring, little mistakes can happen. Oh my god, they both skipped the grace, dude.
Yep. That's so it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
So we're gonna go ahead and throw them onto the big screen here because they're both pushing hard as hell to try to get this. This bat is kind of RNG. I mean, you can say it doesn't tap anything. I understand why they feel the need to skip it, right? For Iron, he's a speedrunner. Look, we saw it in the game against Thomas and Yibe, and they had the best bingo game ever, right? And then we saw it in their game against Lennon and Cronies, and it bit them in the ass, right? With aggressive early game plays. Oh my god, Iron died. And Dino got hit too, but he got the quit out.
Chat, I'm not muted. My hands are just over my mouth.
Iron goes all the way back to not Southgate, but EG. Deutz here fighting the Red Wolf. Yeah, I mean, that's high risk. That's like, I mean, that's just the aggressive mindset. Like, and it pays off sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. And what unfortunately sucks about the precipice, right? Like, that is RNG, right?
I know. Oh, man. I feel so terrible.
Yeah. Like, these players know that. They know the risk that they're taking when they decide to do that, right? But it's very unfortunate. Dino makes his way.
Red Wolf there by Deutz.
Great Red Wolf by Deutz. Dino makes his way into Makar now.
And Typin, who's killed Gostock, killed Nefeli, grabbed the Grace, and he's going center square.
Yeah.
Typin is going NPCs.
I mean, he might feel more pressure to do that now, like in a way losing, like they know that they've very likely lost blood tax, right? And potentially priority on Moog, right?
Oh yeah.
Getting the center square gets you really good board positioning though to play around that, right? It shuts down the diagonal that blood tax could potentially create in the middle column that Moog could potentially create. And also actually a little bit of synergy out of friendly NPCs. Because we have Logar and Magnus the Beast Claw by killing Vare there. He does get the bloody fingers, so he doesn't have to go ahead and do that if he decides to do that square later. Very minor, but a little bit of time save that could come into factor later on. But yeah, that's very rough for Typin, right? For Dino, I think it was one of those decisions where, because he used to skip the grace a lot, right? And I kind of yelled at him to be like, you got to get it, right? I think given who he was playing, because of respect for Iron, he felt like
he had to do it.
Yeah, like he felt like I need a 3-second time save if I'm gonna have a chance because I'm gonna get outlined, right? Like, meanwhile, for like Iron, that's just his nature, right? And actually, I've seen it more in the as I've been doing Randocalypse, right? It kind of doesn't surprise me that Typin in the regular season at least did better in DRL, while Iron is doing better in Randocalypse, because watching them play, Typin is a lot more conservative with his, like, he's just more careful, right? Very careful to not die, to not make mistakes in that event. Iron is very aggressive, very, very, very aggressive.
He is. He really is. And Deut's not killing Gostok here. And I don't actually hate this. I know that 6 friendly NPCs is like a really good center square. Center square is great, right? It's 4 lines. It's your diagonals, your column 3, your row 3. But Deutz, I like it. Deutz is sticking to his game plan. He knows what he wants to do. I am curious to see what he does when he gets into the DLC and when he leaves, because I don't think Hoops, unless something catastrophic happens, I just don't, well, not catastrophic, but, and there's your 6.
Yeah.
I don't think you stay in the DLC for long.
Yeah.
So
I also wonder, like, I don't know how much kind of quote unquote tape you've watched, right, of these players. Obviously, I commentate all the games, right?
Sure. Yes.
Given Typin's tendency in the past to go for friendly NPCs, I would have bet a lot that he went for that center square, right? In Rotterdam.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know, it might be one of those things like where, because it is like a little time save to be like, okay, I'm gonna go kill Gostok, right? And set myself up for later. But he could just say, you know what, based on the tape, right? Typin's gonna rush this. I will just lose a few. Like, there's no point.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
As Deutz is now in on Gostok, Iron is having troubles in Le Precipice.
I see that. Did he get the grace this time? I actually don't even know.
I don't know
I wasn't
either.
paying attention.
I said Gostok,
Deutz,
by the
you're
way.
on Godric.
Godric, yes, not Gostok.
Dino obviously going to the blood tax / Moog area, of course, in Mogwim. Typin here running to get Academy key and his 3s, very routine. Nice bleed right before the transition from Deutz. Awesome job. This will be an easy wild strikes or a quick charge R2 or a running R2, and it's over. Nice.
Very nice job
Well
there
done
by Deutz.
Type in grabbing crystalline wood. It's smart. It's that imbued sword key square and the ancestral knight and the 5-time.
Yep, 5-time being bulls, of course.
Yep.
Dude, if Dino might have a chance to go get blood tax and tunnels.
I know. It's freaking wild. Yep, he really does have an opportunity because Iron is just now stepping into the Makar fight. Clearly a massive time loss. I actually don't know how long it takes to get from EG. Lemon or Rambler, how long does it take to get from EG to Makar? Like actual Makar.
Oh my god, and Iron is in hell right here.
I see that.
Meanwhile, Typin is
Deutz
in
here.
on Godric.
Okay, and and Deutz is running up to Renala. He just passed Moonbro.
Yeah, Deutz is having a very clean start, and actually Iron has to quit out there. We're gonna go ahead and go full screen with Typin here for Godric.
3 to 4. Oh, hey Nexus, how are you, man? 3 to 4. Okay, so it's a pretty long mishap there. Unfortunate, man.
Oh, Typin forgot to level strength. Iron, sorry, forgot to level strength. He didn't have physical Rex.
So Dino here getting the Blood Tax Asher War. Deutz inside of Renala. Typin just killed Godric. And Iron and Makar. We got a game. This should be a square mark here.
Yeah.
Fairly soon.
I mean, there's a chance that Dino does go straight for tunnels thinking, hey, I probably just sniped him on blood tax. I should have a lead on this.
You might be right.
We'll go ahead and bring this to the dual screen. Iron will move to the top right as we have Deutz going into Renala phase 2. Actually, not the most vig in the world for Renala because this Great Star is quite heavy, quite expensive to upgrade. Dino does not push it hard. He's going to go ahead and run through Mogwin. I assume he's not going immediate Mog, but he can get that Lord's Rune and grab the Grace beforehand. That Lord's Rune is huge.
I know.
I mean, I thought in the early season that blood tax was a... I feel... Oh my god, Deutz. Oh my god. How did he live?
What the? Dude, my doctor is going to be really mad at me.
Yeah.
When he's like, man, Jay, your blood pressure's been high recently. What have you been doing? And I'll be like, Elden Squares, bro. He's going to know exactly what I'm talking about. So.
Yeah, well, he does get through there in a very nice, about 15 minutes pretty much on the dot DLC entry for Deutz. That's very, very good. Bofa D's off to the hot start here today, which I think is really big for them.
Typin going Academy? Is he going imbued sword keys?
He could. I mean, also trying to get into the DLC, get Godric Renala, right? He's behind.
Yeah, or he's doing...
His Godric's already dead, right? Because he did friendly NPCs first, and the way that he routes,
right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the way that he routes his fast friendly NPCs,
right.
he just does Godric first.
Right. So Dino's getting his 5 here by Inner Aeonia.
Mm-hmm.
Deutz running across Elat Great Bridge, setting up the troll.
Yeah. I mean, they could shut down the other diagonal while also putting pressure on the column too.
Sure.
And now Iron is going to go for tunnels, so is going to be able to salvage this early game a bit, right? It will be 1-to-1, but Dino is going to have a fully upgraded weapon.
Yep, gets his 5 in Inner Aeonia, goes deep root for his 6. He'll go up to Snowfield, Mountaintop, and get his 7, 8, 9.
Can you get 7 and 8 in Lake of Rot? Is there an 8 in Lake of Rot?
Yes.
Then he'll go Lake of Rot, I think, because there's a 9 right by Blood Tax, a Somber 9 right by Blood Tax.
Oh, okay. I didn't see him pick that up. Okay, gotcha. And I guess with underground bosses might be the play, right?
Yeah, Iron here going to finish out tunnels, fighting Scaly Misbegotten. We'll go full screen with Type in here as he goes for Red Wolf. I mean, grabbing the stones doesn't give you any progress towards underground bosses because you don't grab any graces. You just kind of...
I guess that's fair. Okay, I didn't know if
Yeah.
you would like grab a grace or anything, but yeah, I guess that is fair. Doit's here doing some setup in the DLC, and by setup I mean like grabbing some graces, grabbing some skidoo. He's set up for the DLC. Ugh, the DLC bowls.
Yep.
And it looks like is going in possibly imbued keys. And he's gonna try to like do that with the bowl, the two bowl squares, right? Because they're both on that column. Start a real
Yeah.
threat here. Yeah, good call on the Lake of Rot from Dino.
Yeah, he likes to do that a lot. Like most games, he actually just goes to +8 Somber.
Sure.
And I suppose if you get blood tax, like obviously just take the +9, right? You have it.
Yeah. All right, chat. If you were curious, my lunch was fantastic.
I'm
sure you were
glad.
all
I'm glad.
wondering.
I'm glad.
So
Yeah,
what
'cause
is Iron's next play after tunnels here?
Iron goes tunnels.
Probably doesn't go Moog. Like, no way. I think he just lets go of Moog.
No, I think you just have to let Moog go. I also think Dino might just
Yeah.
go Moog now because I believe that Dino, probably has a lot of respect for Iron, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know he does actually, and it's very possible that he thinks Blood Tax was a snipe and their prio is equal on Moog.
Yep.
So I would not be surprised if he goes for it. Maybe not. It looks like he's not going to go for it now, but quite early. We have Deutz here going for the cousin of the 5-time Ensis Troll Knight.
So I think what we're going to see here, is we're going to... Oh, my God.
Pipin's in on Renala. Iron is just finishing up the Stone Digger to mark trolls.
So I think what we're going to see, is once the cousin slows his roll a little bit here, we are going to see a Bowls kill.
Into the
And then
imbued.
he's going to let like the animation happen or the cutscene or whatever you want to call it happen to get out of the Everjail. And then he's going to go right up to imbued is I think what we're going to see.
And we'll bring Typin up to the dual screen here with Deutz. And by the way, this...
I'll keep an eye on Bowls.
Yeah, this guy doesn't play, right?
I know. You are not wrong. Dino with a good Celia skip there. All right, the cousin is going to fall.
Yep, the cousin falls.
Yep,
We'll
okay,
go
cousin
full screen
falls.
with Typin here. Dino's actually making his way into Dragon Barrow. They might be pushing this line hard. I think Dino's going for Apostle.
You know what? I wonder if it's because he think a snipe happened on blood tax. I don't know.
Dino
You know what?
think
I don't know. Ignore
Dino think blood tax snipe equal Apostle. Go. Typin is in trouble here. Nice roll.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing I've heard Ellie talking about, because Iron's going for, or Typin is going for this without the dual status. I've heard Ellie talk about she really likes the dual status because mainly because the little frost proc that stuns her for a second is huge. It makes getting a stagger a lot more comfortable and helps make the fight a lot more consistent because you will get less summons and this type of stuff.
I'm like holding my breath. I want to tell everybody what Joyce is doing right now, but I'll just wait.
Yeah, we will wait because this is very big, right? Like obviously Iron made a big mistake earlier. That's not game losing, right? But I do think I mean, I'm kind of curious from your Wow.
You can see the frustration on his face. All right, type in, lock in, get it back, buddy. That is frustrating. Like, makes a grown man want to cry. You were gonna ask me my perspective,
well,
but for everybody who didn't see, for everybody who didn't see, real quick, Deutz went into Celia. He grabbed a stone sword key, an imbued key, and now he's going to the 5-time. Who's taking away?
The 5-time champion, Bulls Carrion Knight.
You were saying what were you gonna say? You're curious in my perspective. What?
Hold up, we got the 5-time here. Deutz opens up with 2 big charge R2s. The 5-time goes down. Could he go all the way? Wild Strikes comes out, but Bulls is still kicking. He's getting up. The 5-time, he may be down, but he is not out. Stomps come. 1, 2, big dodges. Charge R2, stomp again. Can he close it? And yes, he does. The unfathomable. The 5-time is defeated. Huge win for Deutz.
Well done, Deutz. Well done. So he's going to let the Everjail play out here for sure. That way he can just go north up to 4 Belfries. And you're right on this Dino play here.
Yeah. What I was going to ask, I mean, it's kind of, particularly like when I can imagine, but granted, obviously I don't play in the format with the doubles. I played rando with doubles, right? But I would imagine it's one of these things where it's like, if your teammate makes a mistake, like obviously that stuff happens, but that does, I would imagine it puts a lot more pressure on you, right? If your teammate makes a mistake, because it's like, you don't want to, this league is so tough, right? You don't want to make mistakes at all. You can afford one mistake, right? If both players make a mistake, I also feel like, negativity starts to breed into the chat, into the team call, right? Versus like, yo, you made a mistake, but I'm playing well. I got your back. Let's go do this, big dog, right?
Yep.
And we're going to go full screen with Dino and Iron here. Dino going for Godskin Apostle without sleep. They're looking to set up a very serious threat on the column 2. Remembrances typically is a pretty juicy square because of DLC remembrances for the block, but actually there are no remembrances in the DLC that are on the board here today. So while normally I would say that 4 remembrances is a juicy block to route in, right? In this situation, not so much, right? Kind of the rare time where 4 remembrances is not great. And Dino does go down. We'll go full screen with Typin as he finishes this out. And Iron is making his way into Mogwin, looking to make an aggressive play.
Good job, Typin. Good job, man. Good job.
Great job by Typin there.
Dude, it pulls on my heartstrings, man, when I see like good players die to Renala. Like I just hate.
Oh my god! And Dino pulls a Nexus, dying through a fog wall or a teleporter. I mean, that's not the biggest death, but the problem is that Iron is looking to atone for his sins earlier and make a big play here, because I think he's looking to snipe Moog. I actually have noticed a lot. I'm not sure about practice games as much, but it feels like in official games, a lot of times if there's blood tax in Moog, the player who gets blood tax doesn't end up getting Moog.
Yep,
we will go full screen with Dino here.
Yeah, there was a game that me and Thomas were playing against Shura, and I don't remember who Shura was with, and we were going for, Thomas and Shura were going for blood tax, and Thomas died. It's the picture that I have, like that I've been posting around Ignite, !Ignite, by the way. And where like we conceded, and Shura was like, oh, we could have totally kept going for it because Blood Tax Ash of War wasn't in a good spot on the board, unlike this board. Yeah. And Shura was actually full sending Moog. So you're still correct.
The one thing is though, with this actually could be a situation where even though both the DLC players already have 2 remembrances down, the base game player could be the one to do 4 remembrances, right? And you could set up a pretty nasty bingo line as well as a block. Oh, Dino's in a lot of trouble and goes down to the vortex there. Dino, KC mentioned it in the pregame. Dino will greed, right? He went greedy for an extra hit there and could not get away from the vortex. But yeah, like if Iron does something like Moog Plassie, right, and sets up a middle column threat for Bagarre FR. Meanwhile, they can block the column 2 with 4 remembrances, right?
Yep.
It might make sense for him to go Godric or something. You know, because of course he is down to nothing on remembrances, but the 2 he's missing are by far the easiest 2, right? Godric or Nala.
Of course. Yeah. I also like Deutz and Type in here going to the Forge. Just get your 25. No real reason for Reprimand unless you want the 80k America's rune, but you got the Grace for two-handed sword, Dragon Crest square, Red Bear and Rao base, while not a super important square on this board because it doesn't have a crazy a lot. I like this play over Reprimand for sure.
Yeah, and now Dino's...
No reason to go back, like all the way back section in this game. Quite frankly, unless people are trying to do Sword of Light who's, I don't even think anybody touches Shadowkeep on this board.
Yeah, it's a very weird DLC board, right? Because like there is DLC, but it's not. It's just strange, right?
Yeah.
And one thing is, you know, maybe we don't know what the hell we're talking about because I feel like this game. Obviously still very early on, but looking up to shape the inverse of maybe what we expected, right? Dino and Deutz ahead in the first 25 minutes, right? But
you
now
said it, though, big play for them, right?
Yeah, and Iron and Type and were the ones who made mistakes. But now we're kind of in that mid game, and Dino is the one actually who is making the mistakes. Quite honestly, I would have predicted the least likely, right? Granted he can oh my God, what a greed. What the hell is, dude?
Dino.
I mean,
my boy.
Dino can get aggressive, and like, Dino is not a player who plays deathless games very often. Not for lack of skill, but for ridiculous aggression, right? That being said, pretty surprised to see him die a couple times here. We'll see if he can close this out. Meanwhile, Dino, Deutz, and Typin are both getting their weapons upgraded, and they might be racing for the Red Bear and Rao. Neither decided to do it with a +9. And we have Moog on the board with Iron. We will go full screen with Iron once this fight ends for Dino.
Dino, come on.
Dino closes it out. Bingo threat is on the board.
Got it. All right.
But Iron here looking to stop it with Moog, Lord of Blood. If anyone is new to the league, bingos do not win. They are 2 bonus points. That being said, though, it's very difficult to come back if your opponent's like this. Teams are so close in this league, right? If one team gets 2 bonus points, it's very difficult to come back once you get bingoed, unless you can find your own counter bingo. Maybe Bagarre FR is looking to set up a counter bingo on the column 3 here.
This fight, man, I love this fight. I used to hate this fight because I didn't know it. And then I'll never forget, Rambler was like, I used to feel the same way, Jay. Every time I saw Moog, I would hate it, and now he's like one of my favorites. And what a peak fight. While we watch Moog up here doing knee heel, Typin and Deutz are running towards Temple Town Ruins.
Yeah. They're gonna ultimately be racing Red Bear and Rao base. However, Deutz here is choosing to set up the Templetown Grace, right, rather than taking the fast way to Red Bear. This will put him in position for Chief Bloodfiend and Sanguine Noble. However, that's great to be in position for another square, but depending on what Typin chooses to route here, he could lose Red Bear and Rao base, and it's like, congratulations, you're set up for another square, but you just got sniped. Because Deutz is ahead. However, Typin here is choosing to do the same thing. Deutz probably has about a 20-second lead or so.
Yep. And Dino is going, he bought the torch and talismans. He might be thinking maybe getting that torch for Black Knife Assassins in Ordina. Great headshot there before the
great
post.
Headshot. And Dino's going Moog right now. As long as Iron can close this out, it will be a snipe.
He bought talismans and he bought the sentry torch before doing this.
Yeah. So it's
Deutz
looking like
at the Red Bear Grace.
You can see Dino emoting because he thinks he's gonna be on the big screen. But no, you're about to get sniped, buddy.
Moog is mogging a little. I would agree, Rambler. Wow. What is Iron's weapon to? Does anybody in chat know?
Plus
do you know
9, plus 9, plus 9. Both players are plus 9. Setup is the exact same in terms of weapon level for both players. As there comes the snipe. Man. Really nice kill by Iron.
Can we get some clappies in the chat?
There is a chance that Dino decides to close this out, but we're going to go ahead and go check in with our 2 DLC players as they are racing supersonically towards the Red Baron Rao.
Yep. Dino with a pretty good, very good lead here.
Yeah, Dino does decide to quit out of Moog there.
Or, excuse me, Deutz. I'm sorry. Deutz.
Yeah. I think Borealis is now a pretty important square, and the question is, do they know that Alabaster's on Borealis is absolutely broken, and for some reason the Charge R2s do nothing, but the Jump R2s do a lot?
Yep, I was there in that voice channel when we were doing
Alabaster's,
because we were all like, what?
That weapon is held together with spaghetti code, and there was a practice game where someone was doing Charge R2s on Borealis with Axe Talisman and Spiked, and they were doing no damage. However, the Jump R2s were destroying, and it's just held together with spaghetti code. As Typin does go down there to the Red Baron Rao, that means that Deutz has a clear lead here. Dino's working on duo trio bosses here.
Yep, I see that. You're right. He's probably going to blend in a couple of caves with this, I would imagine. A little bit of glaze here, but like, I don't like Iron and Typin don't like spend a crazy amount of time like hanging out on voice channels.
Oh my god! Wait! Deutz gets rocked.
Oh my god! Yep, he didn't block.
And now he's in a one of these things is like you practice these fights so much, and when you get in a weird spot, you get out of position. He does get hit by a follow up, but he does go ahead and take it down there. And we have Iron going for Vike, so we're gonna go ahead and switch to him.
As I was saying, like they don't spend like countless hours in the voice channel like I do and all that stuff. But these guys coming in and asking for games and whatnot, and I've like watched their streams and just watched them play, and I just think they're like, not only are they great players, but they're 2 like really like genuinely good people from what I know of them.
Oh, they're amazing. I've chatted with them quite a bit. They're so good. They're such great people.
And I hate to see like it happens. It's Elden Ring.
Very nice.
Very nice, Vike. Jesus Christ. But you said it perfectly in a game that I was commentating with you like maybe a month ago or whatever it was before like my break there with like the wedding and whatnot.
Yeah.
You said something along the lines of like, this shit happens to these guys all the time, right? Where they'll die or whatever. But when it comes to a speed run or a hit list or whatever, and something happens, you just quit out and restart. You can't in here, right? You can't just be like, oh, I died to Renala. Hey, we're just gonna reset, get a new board, get a new seat. No, you gotta go. And it's heartbreaking, man.
And it's so different too, because like at least they have like the randomizer deathless experience, right? Like in the speedrun fashion, which in that you can't quit out and reset either, right? But it's still doesn't encompass everything that bingo does, because you also have the added element of like the thinking, right? Like your brain is in a multitude of different spaces because you're focusing on what you're doing, you're worried about what your opponent is doing, and you're thinking about the position on the board, right? Like there's a lot of different stuff going on, right? In your mind, and that's like the biggest thing, right? Is with bingo, and that's just what experience comes with. To be honest, not that I'm saying Iron and Typin are these people, but just from experience, some people, some great players never learn how to handle that, right? Like great Elden Ring players.
Let's take a peek at this really quick. What we have Iron and Typin doing, although it's going to get broken here very quickly, is Iron's going Plassy.
Yeah.
And it's a column 3 because Typin's going 80. At least that's what I think. It's gonna get broken down.
I'd be surprised if he actually goes for it. He might just be setting it up for later because he killed Vike. Granted, the advantage of potentially going for it here would be that he gets DLC access, and then he could potentially go for the combined squares, because there are quite a few on this board. Deep Blood Fiend Sanguine, Two-Handed Sword, Dragon Crest Great Shield, and Logre and Magnus, right? No player so far in this game has both Altus and DLC access.
Iron has like, or Typin has like no Vig. You gotta like start your wild strikes like right here. Perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
that was perfect.
Like, you gotta like time your wild strikes. Like what ADM is not like, he's not free even with wild strike. I mean, he is.
It depends on how much Vig you have. Like if you can't take a
yes.
like, you're never gonna take the Gaping Jaw attack. So let's that one aside, right? Like if he can hit very, very hard.
Very well done.
We have Bofa.
Like,
we have Bofa on Bofa action here. Dino going for Beastman of Farm Missoula. That's his third cave, I believe.
Clean Rot Knight duo Bofa. And I didn't see.
Clean Rot Knight duo Bofa. I thought he did one before that.
I don't know if he did a third. Looks like he's gonna go family here.
Oh no, he did a duo trio boss before that. He did Pumpkinhead duo. That's what I was confusing.
Oh right, okay. So
he's simultaneously working on two different squares, caves and duo trio. He's at 2 caves and 2 duos.
Yeah, I said the same thing, Lemon. I thought maybe he would do like Exaltation. Iron here looks like he's going to do this block.
Well, it's not only does it put him in position to block 4 remembrances later, which I don't think you can rush to block that. This is where it's hard. I think you have to sit on it a little bit, but put yourself in position to block it. That being said, though, he can also get base game and DLC access and look to make progression to onto the board too, like Logre and Magnus. Two-Handed Sword, Dragon Crest Great Shield, Deep Blood Fiend Sanguine Noble, those sorts of squares. However,
Dino going for another Bofa. Doid's going ADM. Where is Typin going?
Ghost Flames, I think. Because he just switches.
Oh, he's just gonna he's just gonna do it this way instead of
skip, I think Sacred Blade is worth it, but granted you have strike damage, and he just takes off cold, just goes standard attunement, right? With strike damage. I think if you with strike, I think it's a lot more understandable to just rip it without sacred.
I did it in my game Who's against these two, against Iron and Typin. I ended up dying to him once, but
yeah, if you have strike, I think you can rip it. If you have like a katana, like any type of, if you don't have strike, I would get Sacred Blade personally. The other little bit of tech you can do is if you don't want to commit all the way to Sacred Blade, we've seen, I think Yebe has done this more than anyone. Go grab Golden Vow, because it's a nice little ash, and also at least gets you the Holy Affinity. Let's go ahead and go full screen with Typin here for this Ghost Flame Dragon, because he's getting hit hard.
They do a nice wild strike here into a riposte.
I will say Typin's doing a very nice job in the DLC today, because one thing I apparently have learned through Randocalypse is apparently the French are scared of the DLC. The French are not DLC enjoyers. They like base game.
Gotcha. Yeah, and see, I agree with that, Rambler. I agree. This Ghost Flame Dragon is a pushover with Sacred Blade, and Typin goes down. Fuck. It's a pushover, but this second phase is ass without it. Not because like it's just because like you're like be fighting a boss and you'll like go for a hit and then you'll get like that micro stagger from a skeleton. It's like, you little bastard, you know?
Yeah.
So
maybe it's just that speedrunners who aren't named NPT and Mitch hate the DLC, because Nexus, not a speedrunner, but a bingo speedrunner, right? Like bingo speed. He also hates the DLC.
And there's 4 caves finishing off with Rick. Sad to see he didn't do bare fists. But, and I believe that is 2, 1, 2, 2 trio bosses? Because his 4 caves were Rick, Bofa, and then he did Clean Rot Knight Duo and the Family. Oh, he has 3. He has 3. He should have
3.
Clean Rot Knight Duo, the Family,
Clean
and the
Rot's Pumpkinhead.
Okay.
And now we see Okay, both players could be biting off a bit. Is there cookbooks? Is there cookbooks?
Nope.
Yeah, going cold is an objective. Wait, is there revenants?
Nope.
Yeah, there are revenants, but I thought he might be going for the revenants. He's not.
Oh, yeah, there are. I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah. I apologize. I was looking at the Black Knife Assassin Square.
Oh no, he could be for Beloved Stardust. You have to blow a horn, right? They could be looking to shut down the board here, or make more progress towards it. Going Beloved Stardust to shut down any ideas of column 5.
Okay. Yep. Okay. And Typin looking to go Altus?
Yeah, Typin's going to get Altus access. And Iron here is going for Royal Revenants.
Nice wheel skip. Well done. Typin wins. All right, Dino up here.
Bring Dino and Iron onto the full screen. Dino's doing Assassins. Iron is doing Revenants.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think that Bagarre FR are in it perfectly. I know it looks dire, or not dire, but it looks bad, right?
You read my mind. I was just going to ask you that.
As long as they can,
they're doing?
As long as they can as long as they can time the block. Like, I'm operating under the assumption that they can time the block on... That's a bad death. We'll go full screen with Dino. But as long as they can get the block on Remembrances at the right time, I think they're in a fine spot. Obviously, though, if they can't block that, if they don't get that block, they're in hell. Right? Like, we'll just keep it a buck. They're in hell. Right?
Sure.
Because that would jump it to 9-4. Right? But they're in position to block it. If they can time it right, I think they're fine. Honestly, like.
Did you see that assassin?
No.
He knocked him. He staggered him. That looked intentional DQ. So Dino staggers the assassin. Charge R2s him. It like knocks him backwards. Hits him one more time, and he falls off the cliff. And he gets the glove wart.
I mean, it was in the normal course of fighting. I'm not gonna make that call. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. I have a much more like holistic philosophy with reffing, right? If it's not, let the boys play, right? Let the boys play.
Yeah. So just moments after you said they're in a good spot at 6-4, it's bing 8-4.
Bing bing. Yesterday we had complaints that I don't have the board sounds on because I absolutely despise them. Here, let's go ahead. As you said it. Bing bang 8-4.
Yes. Beloved Stardust followed by Assassins. Iron here doing Remnants. Typing in the Virgins fight. Deutz, I believe, is making his way to Sacred Blade. And Shura, Sci-Fi, you too, welcome. Shura the Absolute, nonetheless.
Iron takes on the 2 Revenants. He's gonna go finish it out actually just with there is a third in Haligtree that you can do, but this one's free. It's technically a little bit slower, but he should not die to this one with a Somber 9 and 40 Vig or whatever he has.
Right.
Do you guys want board sounds, chat? If you guys want board sounds, I personally hate the board sounds, but if you guys want them, I can add them in. I can do it right now. All right, you want the sounds? All right.
There it is. Bang again. Revenants marked for Iron. Well done there. Type in Altus. Probably going to work on these Altus. This could be good. If Iron can get the Remembrances, which it looks like. Okay, all right, hear me out here. While Who's adds the sounds, I am going to do a little bit of yapping. Here's what I'm going to project, predict, excuse me. Deutz is going to go for Ghost Flame Dragons. He got Sacred Blade. Okay, great. So let's say he gets it. We have 9 to 5. Iron's going underground for Estelle, which is going to be a remembrance, his 3rd remembrance. And if Typin can get all 3 of the dual DLC, and I'm not counting Exaltation Talismans, by the way. I'm just counting Two-Handed Great Shield, Bloodfiend, the 2 Blood Boys, and Logar Magnus. While Iron can do the underground /4 remembrances, and Iron using that 4th remembrance as Radahn, we could see a pretty fucking close end game here, boys.
Yeah, I think we could.
Dino here going the Cumbug duo.
Board sounds should now be added to every scene, so there you go.
We got Dino going a duo trio boss here with a Cumbug, half of Exaltation. Like this end game could get fairly good. Thomas, by the way, your pregame, very good, man. It did not go to waste. I did showcase it on my stream, but I did it uncharacteristically at the end of the match.
Nah, he was asleep. He didn't even know. He just woke up.
Like I think we could see like a good end game here if my prediction is correct.
Yeah. I do too, because Iron is going to continue to work on 4 remembrances, so he can get an underground boss here and his 3rd, and then he could go get Plassey to finish the block as well as a square, right?
Deutz needed that stagger right there. I think his poise is reset probably. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay, we're okay. We're okay, Deutz.
Typin could be in trouble here unless Deutz goes down. This could be a snipe. Because Typin went and got Sacred Blade to do Ghost Flame Dragons, but Deutz already has 1 dead.
Okay.
We'll go full screen with Iron here for Estelle. Also should be of note, actually, his damage should be sick here. Yeah, because not only is it a Somber 9, but actually, believe it's 30% bonus damage. Because of gravity type weapons. Maybe it's like 20, but regardless, bonus damage.
What a stagger. Also, weird, guys. Weird. Sometimes I can be a little bit of a sound whore. Estelle stagger sounds are one of my favorite sounds in the whole game.
Yeah, and Estelle gets absolutely obliterated there.
And you're right. Holy shit. That's 3 remembrances for Iron and 1 underground boss.
Yes. This Ghost Flame snipe is gonna hurt though as they look to try to come back. He did he killed Godric, right?
Yeah, he killed Godric.
Yeah, Godric.
He's got Godric Estelle. Oh, he's got 2
2 underground, because Moog is an underground.
Because Moog, I'm an idiot. Right, I'm so sorry. Yes, you are correct. That's 2 underground.
Dino's gonna finish up duo trio with Nox duo. Actually, famously, I remember in I believe it was a practice game. Dino had quite the incident here. I think it was against Lemon way back in like almost 2 years ago at this point.
I don't wish anything bad, and Deutz is like a really good friend of mine, but
like you're wishing something bad.
If he were to go down, oh, it's over now. It's just
some
wild strikes.
It's game over.
It's over. Yeah, it's over. Well, not game over, but Ghost Flame is over.
Why no board sounds? Oh wait, you guys can hear the board sounds. I just can't hear the board sounds. I forgot to output it.
So Dino and Deutz are doing so well with these like double marks.
Yes.
Right? That's like the second for sure. Like where one hits one and the other hits another.
Chat, I couldn't hear it. Was the audio on the board sound good or should it be a little louder? Way louder?
I want to feel it. God damn it, Lemon. 3rd underground boss there for Iron. And yes, Mewtwo and Nexus, my goats, thank you. When I mentioned the stagger sound for Estelle, it's just so satisfying.
I'll make it slightly louder. I'm not gonna, you don't need to feel it in your soul. We're not at a concert. Nexus, thank you so much for the 12 months, dude. Holy shit. Can't believe it's been a year.
Yep. Deut's going to get abducted. What is Typin doing here? What is Typin doing? What is Typin doing? Borealis?
Yeah, probably Borealis. I put the gain up by 2 decibels. I'll hear it this time and I can judge it. This will be
Dino's
the final
going
underground boss here for Iron. Meanwhile,
It
Dino is going...
Exaltation.
Yes. Oh my god, and Iron goes down there.
Uncharacteristic death there for sure. Classic Dino. Dino, my boy. The shield comes up, but Dino says, I don't care about you attacking me. I'm greeting for another hit.
All right, and Dino takes DTS down there. Iron is gonna finish underground bosses here, and now we'll get to hear the. I get to hear the ding, so I get to judge the audio.
Catchy, welcome. Or catch, excuse me.
And Typin here is working on Borealis. We're gonna stay with Iron here as he finishes this out, and then we'll check in with Borealis. There we go. That was an adequate ding. I felt that in my soul. I felt that in my soul without it being too loud.
And we know behind the scenes that Stakes, if he is watching and can hear me, is smiling because Stakes loves his dragons, very good at them. Stakes loves to see like Flying Dragon Grail and Borealis on the board because he will go get them even at like low vig.
And there's another ding, and we got a hype train going. Let's freaking go.
We got a hype train. We got a hype train. We nearly got a double ding. It's 10-7.
Well, we're about to get a double ding here too, because Plassey and 4 Remembrances will pop for Iron here. That'll be a true,
right? They have to.
Yeah, that'll be a true double ding.
Okay. All right, who's?
And Iron is ahead here working on the Altus Plus DLC squares.
Like this is exciting. Like I've like sat up in my chair a little bit more. This is exciting because we got, if Typin can steal these like double squares, he's probably going to need help from Deutz going for the same ones.
Yeah.
But if that happens and the Plassey /4 Remembrances gets double marked, we could really be in for a game because Dino's going to get Exaltation Talismans just from the sheer fact that he's not challenged, right? He's not challenged. But man, if Deutz goes for the same ones, like almost in the same order, whoo.
Yeah, I mean that it depends how that works out. It also depends on how Sword of Light and Darkness and Haligtree Medallion are going to be 2 important squares in this end game here. To see how those go, right?
Yeah, because no progress for either team on both of those squares. And that's why I said, like, we might not even see a Shadow Keep in this entire game, and we haven't. I'm pretty sure both teams still have the Great Rune still not broken.
I think the big thing here is going to be how quickly can Plassey, like, how quickly does Plassey get down? Because...
Oh, beloved, of course.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The question is, where does also Dino go, right? Like, what do the 2 base game players do after this? In Iron here, even though he's not challenged, I think he needs to get this Plassey done first try and quickly, because that
Dino's
will get
them, gonna go Haligtree, right?
Yeah, that will get them up to 9, right? But they need another square out of Iron here, including Plassey and Remembrances, right? Like, they need 1 more after that. I don't think you can rely on Typin to win 4 squares.
I think you're right. Great little skip there from Deutz. Let's see if he does the next one here, which I wouldn't even count this next one as a skip. It's just parkouring. Which I guess the first one is also parkouring, and he's not. He's just going to go right past the...
And here's this wing attack. One of the worst hitboxes in the entire game. Not surprised to see him get hit there, but does survive, thankfully. Case.
So
Oh, and
Deutz
Iron goes down. Iron goes down. I mean, thankfully it was pretty quickly, and again he's uncontested, right? So it doesn't like he will win Remembrances and Plassey. The question is just what happens here, because they really do need another square out of him. I firmly believe that. Also, KC, thank you so much, or SFP, thank you so much for the gift sub to KC. Thank you, SFP, for the support. You're the best.
Okay, so Deutz grabbed two-handed. Now he's gonna go up here and kill Vare.
And Dino's going for full Haligtree. He's going to get the Bewitching Branches.
I think maybe I was just ambitious and overzealous, but the reason I was so excited about this possibility of this endgame being wild is, like I said, we needed a little help from Dino and Deutz to go for the, and I put quotes, right squares. And by right, I mean the ones that Iron and Type were going for, right?
I mean, Deutz is working on Logre and Magnus right now, and he's about to get sniped.
No. Oh, yeah, he is. And he also has two-handed.
Yeah, he's making dual progression, right?
Yeah,
like he's playing it smart and doing both of them. SFP, thank you so much for the gift sub to Jay. Thank you, SFP. There goes Logre and Magnus. I mean, once remember, if Remembrances and Plassey go down here, this is a tie ball game.
I know.
Dino going for Nile.
Man. Guys, if you just want to not watch who's his next two games and get this same exciting value, let's get a bingo game going, huh? I fucking love bingo, man.
Mewtwo, thank you, SFP, thank you so much for the gift sub to Mewtwo. It narrowly didn't register in time, so we slightly missed out on the level 2 hype train, but thank you so much, guys, for all the subs. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And we're gonna go ahead and go to the dual screen here. It's looking like Deutz will get two-handed and Great Shield.
Okay.
But Pippin is at least going to win 2 out of 3 of the dual progression squares because he's going for Chief Blood Fiend and Sanguine Noble here.
Yeah.
Which it's very synergistic actually, because you go do Magnus and then get Sanguine Noble and then go Chief Blood Fiend, right?
Yes, agreed. That was the smart play. And Deutz is going, obviously, or excuse me, Dino, like you said, is going for full Haligtree Medallion. And then he's gonna, after killing Nile, he'll probably go get the other half from Albus, and then he'll just go cash in on Exaltation Talismans, right? I mean, you would think, yeah?
Yeah.
Because that would make 13, right? It would be Deutz gets two-handed, boom, that's 11. Dino gets full Haligtree, 12, and he cashes out on Exaltation. What a game. I mean, it ain't over yet. It's just not over yet.
No, I mean, because the other thing too is that with this 4 remembrances, right? I guess it is because full Haligtree Exaltation, right? That is quite the problem.
Yeah, it is, right? And I mean, great kill, Dino. Great kill. Yeah, this wholeheartedly is.
There is a chance though if Dino goes there we go, double dings. If Dino goes Exaltation first here before completing full Haligtree, there could be a snipe.
No way. Right? No way.
No, he is going for full Haligtree. Bloodfiend's about to get marked. Bloodfiend and Sanguine is about to get marked here. What they really need is Deutz to somehow not be able to pick up dry. They need the cum bugs to come. They need them to come hard.
He's already killed them, right?
No, Deutz, because Iron here is working on two-handed sword.
These ones. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of the Exaltation. Yeah. I guess while we have a minute, great job on Blood Fiend right there.
Oh, he still has not killed Sanguine, so he's gonna have to go back for that.
Yeah, I thought he killed Sanguine Noble after Logar, or even before. Yeah,
Iron doesn't have two-handed yet.
He does not know. Oh my god. Oh my god.
He got it. He did die, but he got it.
So who's in chat, if you guys don't mind chiming in, very close game. I don't foresee Iron and Typing coming back just because we have the dual, like the 4-screen privilege, and we know what Dino's going to do. We just know it. What was the factor in this game? Was it the early deaths with Iron and Typing, specifically the Renala and the Makar precipice death? Do you think that kind of set the tone?
Obviously, the early deaths kind of did set the tone and made it hard for them to come back, right? That being said, they had chances, and things just didn't go their way, right? There was an opportunity to snipe, because like if one square flips, right, this is very different. So obviously I think you can point to the early deaths, but I also think you could point to, as Full Hog Tree goes down there for Dino, like the Red Bear, Typin was behind, but if Deutz goes down there, right, that could have been the snipe, right? Ghost Flames, you know, if Typing would have grabbed Sacred Blade earlier, and gone Ghost Flames,
yes.
you know, there's a potential for a snipe there. And
Dino doing the, or excuse me, Deutz doing the very smart thing here.
Yeah,
and
I
progressing a square that he probably is ahead on, because once you see Logar Magnus, you would think that Sanguine Noble was killed either before or after Magnus. So this is very smart.
Yeah. Yeah, my presumption looking at it would say it would be that, you know, if any of those three things go differently, right?
Okay.
Game could have flipped. But overall, I think, you know, it wasn't perfect, but overall a very solid game from Dino and Deutz, right? Like there were a few mistakes here, but honestly, I do want to highlight, you know, more mistakes were on Dino's side, right, than Deutz, if I'm being honest, right? And Dino goes down there.
Oh God.
You know what? If Typin goes for, hold up, this might not be over, because if Dino continues to have struggles here, Iron has DLC access, so he can go for the exaltation in the DLC, right? The aged one's exaltation.
No way. I mean, you're right, but no way, right?
I mean, I would say no way. They need help, right? But
because I think Deutz can get sort of light.
Yeah, I think
Iron
Deutz can't. Yeah.
Exaltation. But you're still, I mean, you're honest. Like anything can, like bingo is just not over until it's over.
Yeah, and I do just want to give, you know, a shout out to Deutz, because Deutz played, you know, to his own admission, one of the worst games I think he's ever played, literally yesterday.
What he told me too. He said he was terrible.
And I mean, he made some mistakes, and also it felt like the gods of the game had it out for him, right? Like he had a death to Red Wolf, some deaths to Noble, right? And then some of those very unlucky overworld deaths, right? That like you never see, and it's just like, well, shit can happen sometimes, right? It just felt like it was, you know, Bernie, the great Bernie Bingo just said it's not your day-to-day Deutz, but to see him come back and have a really strong performance here today,
he did. He did.
Because like, don't get me wrong, Dino played amazing too.
Oh, yeah.
But if we talk about the player who made the least amount of mistakes in this game, which so often is the key, right? The team that makes the least mistakes, that it would be Deutz, right? There were definitely some mistakes from Iron, Typin, and Dino, but Deutz, I really can't think of anything major that he messed up, right? He played beautifully, and it's a great bounce back game here. To keep them alive.
He did really well in doing like the on the way synergistic squares of like the Bowls, Ancestral, and the Imbued Sword Keys, right? He grabbed the one by Rolana, then he grabbed the one in Celia, then he kills the 5-time champ, and then he waits for the Everjail, and then he goes up to the last one. He also recognized the Logar Magnus, so he's like, fuck that, I'm gonna lose Blood Fiend and Sanguine Noble, so I'm gonna go do two-handed. Like just very good. Very good play.
Also, I do want to give a bit of a shout out here. Massive congratulations to Nuclear Pasta Tom and Blueberry Brioche.
Awesome.
They win the finals of Bingo Brawlers 2-0. Either team would have deserved
Double bingos,
it.
right?
Either team would have deserved it, but
Well done.
like Chris obviously has made it to 2 finals and couldn't.
Spoilers.
This is the third, right? And for Tom and Bree, right? 2 players who have been also both made it to finals. I think after that game in Brawlers, right? I'm talking about just their league specifically, because I am a big fan. Either whoever lost that game between either Chris or Tom would have been the best player in Brawlers to never win a title, in my opinion, right? So very well deserved by both Tom and Bree. They're amazing players, and a massive congratulations for them. A team that very well deserved to not only win this season, but get their first title in Brawlers.
And unless
Dino
an
here
emergency
is
happens,
looking to close this out with Link.
Yep. Yeah, and Iron.
Oh, Dino goes down.
Yeah, and Iron's going to the last one right now. Like there is a world. Chat, if you have stepped away.
Deutz is about to finish Sword of Light and Darkness, though.
Yeah, you're okay. I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Never mind. I was gonna say, chat, if you're away using the restroom and you have your headphones on and you still want to listen to me while you pee, come back but yeah, the Sword of Light.
Yeah, the Sword of Light's gonna pop. I will say though,
this was a good game.
Looking at the standings,
Fuck, it was a good game.
It's gonna be tough, right? Like 5 and 4 should guarantee you in, right? Bagarre are gonna move to 2 and 5 here, and there it is. GG's. Yep. Congratulations to Dino and Deutz. A huge win for them as they move to 3 and 4. But just looking at the league, right, particularly because the teams at the bottom of the league are so strong, right? I think there's a good chance that every single team in this league gets at least 2 wins, right? There goes Exaltation Talismans. But I think there's a good chance that every team in this league gets 2 wins. So there's a chance, like they're gonna need some tiebreakers and to get lucky with some stuff like that. But there's a very good chance that that a team does sneak in at 4 and 5 to make playoffs. Who knows? Maybe it will be Bagarre FR. We'll have to wait until the end of the season to find out. But what a great game! Congratulations to the players. Let's go ahead and bring them in here for the post-match interview. GG's, gentlemen. GG's. Welcome in. Congratulations on a great game. Congratulations. Congratulations.
GG's.
My OBS crashed just now.
Well, I'm glad it made it as long as it did. We'll talk with the winners here, Dino and Deutz, and particularly Deutz, right? I know you were coming off of, not
worst game ever played. Yep.
Yeah, one of your worst games ever, and I think really you were honestly the difference here in this game because everyone had some mistakes except Deutz. You played by far the cleanest, right? And in a game that was very close, you guys were able to pull it out. How does it feel to get the win here, staying alive, continuing to fight for playoffs? In Deutz, how does it feel for you specifically turning it around after and having one of your best games directly after yesterday?
Yeah, it feels good. I really needed that after yesterday. I think I might have gone deathless the whole game. I
can't remember anything major. Like, it's very possible you did. I cannot remember anything
played
major.
Very well, man.
Yeah, once I had the clean DLC entry, I was off to the races, and and we're able to set up that column 4 since Typin did the friendly NPCs.
Column 2.
I could hide a bit of progress there, and that really gave us the freedom to tear apart the board.
Yeah, and that you did. It felt like early on, it was kind of a flipping of what we kind of expected coming into it. We expected Iron and Typin to probably get the lead early, but and they did a great job of fighting back. Exaltations, I know Dino, you marked it because you got it right after, but Iron was also right there to mark it as well.
Yep.
In DLC or
Yeah, in
Yes.
DLC. Yeah. Humbugs
makes
and then
sense.
DLC. But yeah, it was just like it was so close and very back and forth, and congratulations to both of you guys. Also my condolences especially to Iron. You guys both did the play that I hate so much of skipping the middle grace and precipice. You both did it, and it bit Iron in the ass while Dino got lucky.
What? Where's the luck? You just quit out on the fucking bats.
You say that, but it's not. So the second bats, yes, but yeah, it was unfortunate start, but really like a great job of battling back. And I know you guys are winners, right? Like we all know that. I know losses don't sit well with you, but like I think this was one of your best performances in terms of like playing from behind, right? Which is very hard to do in bingo. You know, that's because especially for newer players against such a skill of this league, like even though it wasn't the win today, I think this was like a great like a good performance for, you know, the development of you guys as bingo players. Because don't get it twisted, you know, I truly believe that if we run this thing back, when we run this thing back, and if you guys want to play again, in season 5 or whatever, you damn near might win the thing. Very, very, because you have so much potential.
Who knows?
Potential's crazy.
I just have one question, if you guys don't mind, before we proceed forward. Is directed at Iron and Typin. What obviously when the precipice death happens and you're back all the way at EG, I know obviously it ruins the initial game plan, but what was your initial game plan, Iron? Was it blood tax immediately into stones and then just an early moog? Was that the initial plan? Okay.
Yep, that was the plan.
Okay, so you had to just fix it on the fly, which I get. I mean, that's a pretty easy question, but I was just curious of what it was prior to the death. Okay.
Oh, you had balls to go to Moog after dying in precipice like that. Jesus.
Yeah.
I just figured that if I wanted to win this game one way or another, I just had to snipe something.
Yes.
Yeah, you got the snipe. I was mid-fight against Moog and you clicked it, so
okay,
good job.
okay.
Yeah, Dino, I saw you emoting on the elevator, expecting to be on the big screen. I was like, you're not on the big screen, buddy. You're about to get sniped. Yeah, I mean, truly, it was a game where you guys battled super hard. It was just Deutz didn't make any mistakes today and was like I said, I believe he truly was flawless. Maybe there was one minor death, but like, yeah, just, the door just never opened, right? But truly a great performance from both teams.
Yep. Cheers to a good game, GG. That was very well done.
GG.
Yeah, I know both Iron and Typin are, obviously they still have games left this season, and even though they do move to 5 losses, given how competitive it is, like all throughout the league, right? I said, I think it's a very real possibility that not only does every team get a win, but every team gets 2 wins, right? It'll depend on tiebreakers, and after the games wrap up today, I'll have Shura update the website with the proper tiebreakers and everything, because it's not been there to this point. But there's a chance someone could sneak in at 4 and 5. It's going to depend on a lot of tiebreakers. It could be you guys. So still a lot to play for. And best of luck to you guys, and congratulations to Dino and Deutz.
Thank you. I just wanted to ask, any big snipes on either end, or not really, aside from the ending?
Yeah, a lot of snipes on my side. Like the Red Bear was a snipe, the Ghost Flame Dragon was a snipe, I think that's the 2 major snipes that I got.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was
scared
aiming
of the
for a mid-sword key, but not really a snipe.
were you not too worried about the bingo? Because like Doitz could have just killed like Rolana Gaius or something to finish the column, but you
We
just
were
had you
kinda
just, like,
counting on you holding on it.
holding it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a good play.
Yeah,
It's like it takes balls, but it's a
Mhm.
great play.
Yeah, that's a
You kind of need to do
very
that to stay in a game.
that was a very veteran, like that was a very like experienced play. Like I
Yeah.
don't think that's
I
a play
think if
you guys
there
are
were-
making with less experience. Like you guys played it perfectly in order to stay alive in the game. Because if you just hard send it, like yes, you get rid of the threat right away, but I think it ends up being a death by 1,000 paper cuts, right?
Yeah.
It is. Who's mentioned it early that because there was no like really big deal or remembrances on the board. I understand Plasty was on the board. I understand Moog, but like there was no like maybe if there was like Rolana or there was like kill the falling star beast in Hinterlands or something that will lead you back there. Because there was none of that, I think it was a smart play to just not really worry about it initially. So I think that was really intelligent.
Yeah, like I really think you guys did play it correctly after the first, the mistake, like some of the mistakes at the start. It just, the door was cracked open, but it just wasn't quite enough, right?
Yep.
But yeah, and I'm sure they will continue to take their revenge. The French will continue to take their revenge on me by destroying me in Randocalypse.
Randocalypse.
Yeah.
no.
But it was a great game, a great performance. It's a pleasure watching you guys, all of you. And Jay, thank you so much for the commentary today. I'm sorry we cut you short with only one game,
Absolutely.
but you saved my ass on the other one. So we will take a short break and be right back. I'll be joined by Ratty Rye for the Asteroid Destroyers Team Germany coming up against Budget Hit List Lemon and Cronies, and also Week 8. I'm excited for it. I'm excited. I can't wait. One game I'm excited for is Team France versus Team Germany later in the season. That'll be that'll be a fun game. But we will be right
GG's
back.
again, guys.
GG's.
Thank you.
GG's.